Before you begin, there are some tools you will need: an electric drill, a 6-foot ladder, a 16-foot tape measure, 2 hand clamps, a rubber mallet, and an apron. Now let's unpack. Each box is labeled 1 through 4. You'll find the package with the instructions in it in box number 1. Find the inventory checklist in the instruction packet and verify each part before beginning assembly. Take the time to look through the instructions and familiarize yourself with the build process. Each part will be labeled for your convenience. It all starts with a little site prep. Make sure the ground is level and large enough to accommodate the greenhouse. Lay out the base. Using the stub block in package 4 to maintain spacing, screw the corners together. The screws are self-tapping, so they won't require pre-drilling. Now, check for square by measuring from corner to corner diagonally. If the measurements are not the same, adjust the long side until they are equal. Once the base is assembled and square is checked, we can move on to adding the walls. Now we'll add the back wall panels. You want the panel connectors to be facing the inside of the greenhouse. There will be a right and a left panel, based on looking through the door. Once they have been slid into place, screw them into the base using the 1 1/4 inch screws. Once the 2 side panels have been screwed into place, it's time to add the triangular back wall top cap. Again, just use the pre-drilled holes. Once the back wall is complete, go through the same process to add the front wall. The front wall left will have the door pre-attached. Once these are in place and screwed down, add the front top cap. The hand vices can be quite handy here to help line up the panels and the cap before screwing. Remember when you are on the ladder to add the 2 1/2 inch top screws too. They have their own pre-drilled holes. Once the front and back walls are installed, it's time to add the sidewall top plates. This is the one place where you're really going to need a helper. Secure them with the 1 1/4 inch screws. If there is a little sagging, don't give it much thought. It's normal. The side walls will stiffen everything up. Once the front and back walls are connected with the sidewall plates, place the roof ridge into its position. Please note that the 2 attached brackets go towards the front of the greenhouse. Now it's time to add the sidewalls. The trick here is to connect the panels at the corner where the panels meet the front and back walls first, and then screw the 2 panels together in the middle. Using the vice grips to properly align the corner where the back wall and the first side wall meet. Once you like the fit, use the 2 1/2 inch screws in the pre-drilled holes to secure the panel in place. Remember not to over-torque the screws here. Repeat with the front wall corner, again using the hand vices to align everything correctly before drilling. Now use the hand vices again to align the 2 panels in the middle and screw them together. Just repeat this process with the 2 panels on the left wall. Add both roof panels to the front first on the 6x8 model. The 6x4 model has only 2 roof panels, so obviously just 1 on each side. Note the position of the vent opening when setting your panels in place. Using your ladder, get in position to align them properly and screw them in place via the pre-drilled holes where they meet the front and back walls. The mallet might come in handy when aligning the roof panels. Now position your ladder inside the greenhouse and use the hand vices to align the roof panels in the middle. Next, add the collar tie by screwing it into position. Add the two sections of the roof flashing. The last step will be to apply the weather stripping to the roof vent opening. Start the roof vent installation by assembling the two-piece roof vent. There is a channel and an open piece of polycarbonate that you can slide into it to make a nice 90-degree corner. Add the side brackets on both sides. Now position the roof vent into place on the roof. Once you have aligned it correctly, screw the hinges in place. Next, install the back wall vent panel using the hand vices as needed. Now install the auto vent openers on the roof vent and back wall vent. First, position the mechanism as close to the center of the vent opening as you can. It might help to mark the spot where you decide to place it. Secure it to the greenhouse first and then to the vent. Once the hinge mechanism is in place, screw in the black vent cylinder. Insert it into the round opening in the mechanism and take the time to make sure it is threaded properly. Don't force it. Continue to screw it in until the hole in the piston aligns with the T, and once they are equal, insert the cotter pin. You're almost done. Now install the wind stops around the door and back vent, and door handles, and the barrel bolt and hook. Well, there it is. You've completed your greenhouse.